Hello, Kim, Karen, Cindy, my, my, I'm so terrible with reading people's names.
So you're going live now?
We are live.
Okay, I need to pick the live on YouTube then.
Okay, so we are live. We have people in the chat. I hope it is working. It will go live. Yeah, it will go live at past because I set it with a timer.
Okay, but 9 people. So now I'm thinking we are live then.
I don't know if people can hear us.
I think so. Hello.
I'm not sure.
Hello,
hello.
ladies.
No,
Yeah.
they're not seeing us.
Do you?
Let me just see.
Please let me know if you can see and hear us. Like that. We hear you.
Okay,
yes,
so they're hearing us.
Live. Yeah.
Yay, Christiana, thank you. Okay, you never know with technology and me.
No, you never know.
Because you set it up in one platform and it goes live on another platform. It's all quite miraculous in my mind.
Yeah.
So what are you doing today?
Me,
Katja?
I'm doing like I have some chipboard. It's a really old chipboard from Teresa Collins or something like that I found. So I have prepared them with gesso and crackle paste, and some I have painted with the black. So I will do like a story, I believe, from the back about I have a horse here with wings. So it's about treasure. I try to do a story. I don't know how many pages I will use because it depends how bulky I will do it. So I'm doing like a chipboard album today. I'm lucky if I can do 2 pages.
Okay, well, mine's probably only going to have 4 pages. I'm also doing a mini album. It's got to fit in a very small space in a secret project I can't tell anybody about, but I can show them this part at least because it's not part of the secret project. It's an add-on. So I will start. I've worked out my dimensions. I don't know if people can actually see it here. I'm going to try and see if I can hold it up to my screen and see if people can see those dimensions. So I've worked out the dimensions in inches. I work in inches because all the papers come in inches. Do you work in centimeters or inches, Katja?
That depends what I'm doing. I sometimes centimeters and sometimes inches. Depends on the project and if I have like a tutorial or so. But I'm in Sweden. We usually use centimeters. So, but I can use inches also.
Yeah, in South Africa we used centimeters, but because all the papers come in inches, I learned to work in inches now. I find it easier because it's sort of standard within the industry.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be using the new paper by Stamperia called Winter Tales. And I'm going to be using these pages as my album pages, but I'm going to have to cut them down.
Gorgeous papers.
Oh, they're so stunning. And then I've got a lovely stencil to use with it. There's the little stars as well. I don't think I'll use that one. Then I've got out some wooden shapes. Of course, there has to be a gear or two, or it's not mine. And then I've got some of these printed wooden shapes that are absolutely gorgeous. I love the fact that they've started printing them now. Just takes all the hard work out of them. And then I've got some more winter shapes. So that's what's on my desk. What we'll actually use is, of course, remains to be seen.
Yeah, so you do a wintry project, and I'm thinking to do like a teal project because I will incorporate the AB Studio papers It's
Oh, those are
very
gorgeous.
greenish and like leaves. I have this afternoon before the slide, I have prepared some cutouts from the Versailles collection. So I will incorporate some pages and cutouts from this paper. So I will start with the first page with the key. The treasure will be locked here in a key. That will be the hunt for the key. Some story. I usually make up stories in my projects. What about you, Belinda?
Yes, I like to have a theme. Some sort of,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, like a dream or a vision, not a vision. Here I have like a story, like you need to find the key to find the treasure, something like that. And I take that. So I need to start from the beginning because we see how it goes if someone finds the key in the end.
Yeah, shame. Somebody was saying just now in the chat that they missed us last week. Well, we're down to doing every second week, people, just so
Yeah.
that we as the hosts have a bit of a break and can actually spend some time with our families and so on. So yeah, so we on this week, which means we will be off next week. Just so that the guys on the chat know.
That's good to know. But I would say thank you that you miss us. That's yeah. But I also believe in this season. Perhaps, like me, I want to spend a little bit extra with my family and to take short travels here in Sweden. Also, last
See, the
week
thing is, we are
I
in
was
summer here, and the other half
yeah
of the world is in winter. So I
yeah
suppose the people in winter are waiting for us to go
yeah
live as something to
yeah.
do, whereas we're gallivanting.
Yeah, and I having a vacation and summer holiday, and I was on a road trip with my daughter last week. So
Oh, lovely.
yeah, we took a road trip to the west side of Sweden. So that was nice.
And did you stay over somewhere, or did you just come back the same day?
No, I was staying at the hotel for some days.
Oh, nice.
So we have a really lovely day with a lot of shopping, and I made a live stream for a shop also in the city there.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, I was shopping live.
Olga and I do that here at when we go to our local shop called Mittliebe.
Yeah, yeah.
We can't resist going live.
No, so I was going live, but that was like prepare for that site because I'm going live there about once a week for a Swedish shop.
And how long did
So,
it take you to go on this drive?
oh, 5 hours with my car.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah,
that's quite far.
yeah. But we had a great time and visit a castle and something like that also. But the time go fast, and I have a longer holiday, but my daughter needed to work. So we didn't have so many days.
Oh, I
Here
see Franlina's won something and she gets to choose from a catalog. How exciting.
Oh. Here I have these what you call it, like bulbs. I don't know. And that I was bought this on a live shopping. It's from a wintry scene. I try to make like a little bit like a shaker here, and I will put a card here in the dimensional dome from Sissix. So that I start with because I will have the key inside.
That's such a lovely idea.
Yeah, so that's the treasure to find the key. Yeah, that's my idea.
The next thing is, if it was my desk, the next trick would be not to lose it on my desk.
But that's why I start with the key, because I'm afraid that what I have prepared here, because I didn't have any punch for that circle. So I want to glue it so I don't lose it on my table, because I know how messy my table will be in the end.
Always. It starts off so tidy and clean. At the end of whenever I'm creating, I clear everything away so that I can start again. But it's amazing. By the end of one little tiny card, for example, I can have half my studio on my desk.
Yes, it is like that. But that's a creative process. So it's like that. Now I need to find how to, because I want to use the clock in the behind and also on the upper. So it's a little bit tricky to glue. So we must glue it on something.
Oh, I'm confused. Sorry, I'm catching because the chat is going quite fast. So Christiane is telling me she won £100 coupon from Visible Image, the stamp company, and I know she loves their products. And then Karen won at a hop and can choose from a catalog. Okay. And Anne is asking what we're making. We're making mini albums. I'm using the paper by Stamperia from Winter Tales, and Katja is using some chipboard she found in her stash.
Yeah, I have chipboard base, also a mini album, and I'm using AB Studios paper, Versailles papers, and also, so the base is one from my stash, really old chipboard album. So I will use the Versailles papers from AB Studios. So it will be like a fantasy story album, something like that.
Nothing like shopping your stash.
No.
I love shopping my stash. I kind of feel like I win if I manage to shop my stash and not have to go shopping. I have so much stuff I probably don't need to go shopping like forever.
No, when I was doing the live shopping, I realized when I come home, I don't need anything in real life.
We don't need it, but we want it.
Yeah, that's a totally different thing.
Okay, so now I need to start working with my measurements. Now I've cut those up. I need to create my base, then I know what I can use from here, because I have really strange measurements.
Like that, and it will be also some glitter inside. Okay.
Okay, so according to my measurements, I've got to go 5 by 4 and I need a 1/2 inch spine. Okay, that means I can get it out of half a sheet.
Thank you, Kim. She said something about my clock piece. Yes, it's a cutout from the AB Studio paper. So I have cut out the clock because I will put it up here on the dome. It will be a clock. So something like that. And I will leave it for drying to not lose it. Yeah, and because I'm using glue, it goes a little bit more fast, but I've set it aside because I also want to add glitter in the dome. Yes. Oh, missed. Anyone notice that Katja used a punch to hold in the chipboard? No, I haven't used a punch.
Did it come pre-punched?
No.
No, for your chipboard, because it's got holes for when you join the spine.
This one, yeah, this one is already prepared for what's like an album, and there are also like fans inside. I was tempted to use that on the front page, but it will be in the story. But in the clock, I have simply used made a cutout from the paper on the front bonus paper. It's a clock, so I was cut out it and I have used a craft knife to cut out the right size because I didn't have a punch for the dome. I will set that aside to dry a little bit, and I will do add some colors in the background, I believe. I have this beautiful horse. I don't know what brand is it. It's a horse with wings, and it's will be good for this fantasy theme. I was a little bit lost in the theme. What about you?
Well, thankfully these papers had just arrived with the fairies, because otherwise I don't really have anything for fantasy. So I was just lucky, because fantasy isn't usually, unless I suppose steampunk is fantasy.
Yeah, it's also because I was tempted, but I think I was tempted to add some steampunky.
See, the thing is, I'm expected to do steampunk because I'm known for it. So I thought, well, just to change things up a bit, I will go fairy instead of steampunk.
Yeah.
But there might be a gear or two involved, just to make me feel at home.
Of course, you should do your what you like.
I'm trying to make my cover. So, and I'm also trying to stay within screen, which is always interesting. Okay, so in theory, this is 5 inches, yes. And then it's going to go by 4 inches. And then a half.
Me, I will try to do like a coloring on the background, and I'm thinking to use alcohol inks today because I know the alcohol inks goes beautiful in the crackles, so we'll see how it goes. So
alcohol inks are so versatile.
Yeah, I love them. So my screen is a little bit like crazy here. Like that. Okay, but I see. Yeah, I love them, and I have get the new alloy inks.
Alloys. Oh, yes. Wow.
And I just love the effect of the alloys. So we will add. We'll see how it goes. So I need to do, even if I will have in the album some patterned paper, but I need to create the backgrounds also. Like you need to have gears, I need to create creative backgrounds.
Okay, I've got Karen Orpit asking in the chat about something. Is A3 really 29 by 42? Yes, Karen, the smaller the number, the bigger the piece of paper. So A0 is really, really huge. It's like poster size. So it starts at A0, then A1, then A2, then A3, then A4, which is what you are used to using as in like your normal foolscap paper. So A3 is double this. So you would put 2 of these next to each other and that would become A3. I don't know what they're chatting about, but I'm just putting in my 2 cents.
Yeah.
Okay, so now, according to my measurements, this has to be 4.5 inches, the cover. So that means I lose 1/4 and 1/4. And I need a ruler that doesn't have all its measurements rubbed off. That's the problem with my favorite ruler, is all the digits have been cleaned off.
Okay, you have used it so well. Yeah.
And of course, I'm already creating my own Bermuda triangle because I've already covered my other ruler. I found it now. Now I'm looking for a pencil. I'm always looking for something.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really love this aloe. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Tim says alloy.
Alloy. Okay. But they made the really golden effect really, really nice. I love it.
Yes, Olga bought some when we were together the other day. I don't use the alcohol inks that much, so I didn't go for it. But it intrigues me. I love seeing what other people create with it.
And I will give on the Swedish sites, like doing a live with the alcohol inks only. So I must train. So that's why I want to use them to do a little bit more experience with them. So I was thinking it can be perfect to make like creative backgrounds.
Yes.
And with them. So I leave that for drying. I think that will be a great background. I'll leave that for dry a little bit. So I also want to add colors on the fence with the alcohol inks.
Monica's asking what we're doing now, so I'm just going to repeat myself. We're making mini albums and we're on the fantasy theme. So I'm using, for anybody else as well who's coming in, I'm using the Winter Tales paper, and Katja's using some chipboard she found in her stash, a mini album chipboard, and she's using AB papers, AB Studio papers.
AB Studio papers, and in the fantasy theme. I'm doing like a mini album. So I'm lucky if I finish the first front page of the album and perhaps some in the middle. Hello, Tiffany. Have you joined the chat? I see. Welcome, Tiffany. So I'm looking for some brown inks because I want the fence to be more brown. Brown rust. Okay.
Okay, that should work.
So it will be a wintry album.
Mine, yes.
Yeah.
I'm just checking to see if it fits in my project, which it does. Yay! Okay, so you know the old I don't know if you do any sewing. I don't sew a lot, but there's a saying in the sewing world, you measure twice and you cut once. I've measured I don't know how many times, and thankfully my cut once has worked perfectly.
I sew very much, but not before. I was sewing every day because that was my passion before I did mixed media.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, I have been sewing and teaching sewing since I was 18 years old.
I had to learn to sew because I'm so tall. I'm 6 foot tall and I seem to have extra length arms. So a lot of things that you can buy in the shops just don't fit me. So I had to learn to sew so that I could have clothes that didn't look like I was wearing, like I was an orphan, and hand-me-downs.
So sewing have been one of what I have made my living for many years.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. And now
do you design patterning or do you just sew?
I have made both. I have been working abroad, freelancing. So I have been in many countries when I was really young, before I have kids, in Singapore and Thailand and Philippines and like that, because I was working with some companies and like that. So I have been also working in North Africa, in Tunisia, in a factory.
Sure.
So that
my sewing is definitely not up to factory standards.
No, but that's what I have done all my life, and now I'm teacher in textile crafting in school. So sewing and me and but like that. And I have also had my own business before.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
Excuse the pun.
So I have changed business, but I now and then sew something. Oh, the brown is my color. How could you
It looks
resist?
gorgeous.
How could you resist brown?
I know, like Tim, when he started designing for Ranger, his first 6 colors were brown.
Yeah. And when I go sometimes, now it was a long time ago, when you go to, like, I go with my friends and on craft events or something like that. And sometimes when I come home, all my projects are brown. But
I must say, it's just such a comfortable color. It's vintage, and then everything matches.
It's like tea.
Also. Yeah, it's like other people who, when they buy clothes, they only buy black because then they can mix and match everything. But yeah, so in the craft world, my mix and match is brown.
Yeah, Karen, I started to sew my clothes when I was about 13, 14 years old, and I have been sewing since then. So it had been a way of living. But my passion was really in art before I start to study textile crafting. But my degrees wasn't so good, so I couldn't be like a designer. So I started sewing, but I had a passion for painting and drawing like that. So when I started mixed media and paint again, I felt like, okay, that this I have been missing when I was sewing so much. So I was coming back. So because I was drawing a lot when I was younger. And someplace you was lost in all the, when you start studying and teaching.
Yes, I think it's difficult to decide what you want to actually do with your life when you're so young and still at school.
Yeah. And
I mean, you don't even know who you are yet, and now you must make a career choice.
Yeah. And I was decide when I was young and went to school, I will not be a teacher. And what's happened? I ending up being a teacher.
I must admit, I'm not a school teacher, but yeah, being a school teacher was never an option for me, and I never planned on being a teacher. And yeah, it's where my passion lies. Who knew?
Yeah, it's like that. Okay. Really like these fans. This was really fun to do.
Aditi says, I'm still thinking about what I want to do with my life.
Yeah.
Well, there's nothing like changing tactic halfway through.
No, I'm thinking depends what's happening in life, and you never know. You never know.
No, one doesn't know where things are taking. Okay, I'm going to use that, I think, there. I don't know why I'm not so keen on this poor character. I'm not sure what he is. An elk? Some sort of...
Yeah, something like that.
I'm not good with European animals. Give me African animals, I can tell you all of them. But yes, I'm new to this whole European thing. And in fact, doing this whole winter tales, we've only had 1 day of snow since I've been here. I was so excited. I'm still at that stage where it's exciting to have snow. I'm sure for other people, they hate it, but
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I don't enjoy snow at all. I could be without it.
I'm still deciding. Okay, that'll be my back page. I have my front cover. I need to make... So I've cut these out with this edge on so that I can use that to join it into my spine. So I need to score them. Where's my scoring tool? There we go.
So I'm soon finished my fence. I don't know what I will do with when it's dried up or in the album, but anyway, I enjoy adding
It looks
this
so
color.
good. It looks so authentic.
Adding these colors. And what I like with alcohol inks, it's dry pretty fast and it doesn't give it gives like no layering of paint, and that I really like. Oh, I love this. I let it for drying so I can work with the other one. It's dried up.
Whoops, I nearly went skew.
Oh, these colors. And I tend to put the wrong, what's the name of the, not the right one. So sometimes they have a bit of paint from some other color.
Oh, in the lid.
Yeah, in the lid. Because you need to, I want to open so many when you are doing, so you don't know how to, I'm not so organized.
What I do with that sort of thing is I paint the top, that little black top round bit with white paint, like gesso,
Yeah.
and then I put a color swatch of the alcohol ink on the gesso. Then you can see what lid belongs with what, and you can also see what the color is, because sometimes I find the labels are not true to the color that's in the bottle.
Okay, if I have really boring, sometimes I do that.
Also, because of the way I store things, I've got a suitcase and I can only see their tops. So, because they stand inside the suitcase. So for me, it's just easier to be able to, it takes time to do that. But for me, it saves time in the long run. Okay, so now we have our 4 pages. I have to cut them to size. I think my horse is going to lose its legs. Oh dear, that's a bit sad. He will have to be the biggest one at the bottom. Yeah, no matter where I put it, he's going to lose his legs. Seems like I'm always chopping off somebody's legs or somebody's head.
Yeah, if they will match in a tiny project, you need to do that. Okay, I haven't used them. I think it's like a glue there. Okay. I believe I will not finish my project, but
Yeah, but at least you can get a few pages done. Or maybe you can do like Olga and hop into a few projects, a few streams down the line.
Yeah. I believe I will do that when the other streams is going on. I will finish up doing to watch the other streams and doing. But I'm the one who can take weeks to finish my albums. But so you never know.
I've got a dinner party tonight with my neighbor on the 7th floor. So, well, it's just us. When you say dinner party, it sounds quite big, but no, it's just us for dinner. My husband and myself going up to our neighbors on the 7th floor. It's quite nice where I live. We're all quite social, and they have every year. So last Saturday, it was a good thing we didn't have a live stream, because last Saturday we had our summer party. They always have it on the first Saturday of every July.
That's really nice.
It was really lovely, because this time last year we had moved in May, and so we didn't really know anybody. And you bump into people. We don't, because we're on the ground floor, we don't ever go in the lift or anything. So it's not like you can even meet people in the lift. So yeah, it was good to have the summer party and get to know everybody.
Well, that's really nice.
And then this year there's 2 new flats, because not our building is up for sale. So we're renting our flat from people who bought it to invest. And so slowly but surely, as the flats sell and people either become tenants or the owners move in, the building is slowly filling up again.
Okay.
So it was quite nice to meet. In fact, the one couple had just moved in on Saturday and came down to the party. I thought that was quite brave. I would have been absolutely shattered.
That was really brave, but also fun to meet all the people in the house and like that.
Yes. No, it's a really nice way to get to know everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody was watching the Formula One. Yes, my mom and husband were watching the Formula One qualifying. It was delayed because of rain. So my family are big Formula One people, and so even though there aren't the crowds and things watching it, at least it's nice to have some sport back on TV.
Yeah. Oh, what a glue.
Oh, I've got myself so confused. Okay, so those 2 pages are the same size. One is the bottom.
No. Yeah. Okay, I have my key.
Oh, yay, that looks gorgeous.
In the clock.
Can you hold it up to the camera so I can see more detail?
I will. So it go the glue here.
Oh, okay.
So I'm sure the glitter will not go out. I have a bit hard time to find something to match the smaller one here. So I think, okay.
Okay, so this fairy will be my first
I'm really
page.
excited to see what the other ladies will do with the fantasy theme.
Yes, I'll be watching everybody's replays tomorrow.
Yeah, and I will try to watch them. I will only do the dinner a short time, but otherwise I will watch the other ones because I had like many ideas, but suddenly I didn't have enough things at home. I didn't have like the items I was looking for.
It goes like that, I guess.
Yeah. Fantasy. Yes, my clock is now. We'll see if I can hold it up, if it will show. But it's a clock with a dome from Sissik, and underneath there is let's see if the camera is here. I have the a key, and that will be the key. That will be the hunting in the album.
That looks so gorgeous.
So I will have something like that on the front page. But I will cut these.
I thought this was cut down to size, but it's not. I need to trim a bit more. And I think I'm going to cut the rest of her wing out just to make it an interesting page. What's on the back? She says, already having cut. Too late.
Okay. Okay, I need something in the back. Something. I need some texture. I believe this with the branches will be perfect for something wooden project.
That's pretty, yes.
That can work in the background. Yeah.
Okay, so
Oops.
That's my first page. And I think I might cut my cover too. Let's just see how that goes. Because then her wing will stick out. I like that idea. And I might cut around the castle. Or I might not. Make these decisions at the end. We have an hour. Wait, no, we have almost 45 minutes, just over 45 minutes left.
Oh, and I haven't done nothing, it feels like.
It goes so quickly.
Yeah, the time goes so quickly. But
it really goes
I will
fast.
enjoy this evening because I will be sitting here and watching live streams and being creating in my album here.
Okay, I'm going to commit and I'm going to find my double-sided tape, which has gone AWOL. How unusual. Maybe it's fallen down the back. Otherwise, there it is. Otherwise, I'm going to say I will use glue.
No, I changed my mind. I will not have modeling paste. Oh, I changed my mind. I need to have something in gold, I realize. So I will pick. I'm so lucky I have most of my mixed media supplies handy.
Yes, I've got mine on a trolley next to me.
Yeah, and I have all around me. Thank you, Fraulina. My project for Nomadic Soul Diaries The color scheme was a little bit outside my comfort zone, but I always enjoy trying new things because it was very colorful project. But I really enjoy doing and challenge myself.
I think as a creative person, a challenge is always a good thing.
Yeah, I believe so. Even if you can be a little bit scary at
I
first.
find, yeah, it forces me to think out of the box a little bit more.
Yeah. Or to have like restrictions to perhaps have a color combination or a theme. I really enjoy
definitely.
that. Yeah,
Definitely.
that's why I enjoy these hops very much, because they're a theme. So if you have I have more difficult to create sometimes if I don't have the idea to pick your colors or a theme or a project. If you don't have like a paper pad or a color or new products that you should choose, but if you're totally free, it's that's more difficult.
It is. It's like when I do commissions for people and somebody says, won't you do me a painting? And then I say, well, what do you want? Oh, no, do anything you like. I'm like, no, please, just give me either something, make it even a subject matter like a landscape or people or flowers or animals, or, just give me a starting point, because there's just too much otherwise.
And my fence, I love it. It's a little bit wet still. I don't know what to do with it, but I really love the fence.
Oh, it's come out so gorgeous.
Yeah, so it will need try. So what should I do next then? Because I can prepare when I have many pages. I don't like to use a heating gun. I can do something else.
Well, what are you putting that key dome onto?
It will be here on the front page, and I haven't decided yet, because I would do something with the window here and the horse, and then I will decide what I will have it, because it will be like underneath. So I'm figure out what color I should have on the window. Olga is here. Hello, Olga.
Oh, she's back from the shops. Hello, Olga.
Have she been shopping?
She had to get food for the weekend because here the shops are closed on Sundays.
Oh, yes.
So you have to plan ahead.
In Sweden, we have the shops open every day.
I must say, when I first got to Germany, I found that really difficult, not having the shop open on a Sunday, because we were really spoiled being able to shop till 8 p.m. on a Sunday in Cape Town. So that was a bit of a thing. But now with COVID, I'm actually shopping once a week, so it's not a problem at all.
No, it's how you set your mind. I like only to shop once a week. I don't like running in the shop every day, so I try to do my plans.
Do you have a car?
Yeah,
Go
I have a
shopping by car.
Yeah.
You see, I go on foot.
Yeah.
So I have to carry everything.
Yeah, I could go by bicycle because I have 2 shops so nearby, because I'm living in a small village and I have 2 shops nearby. So I even take my car to work, even if it only takes me 5 minutes by car. So I have both my work and the food shops very close because I live in the small city.
I've just realized what's wrong. We were talking about brown, and I always ink my edges. And I just realized I'm happily doing this project without inking my edges. Sacrilege.
But you need to ink the edges.
Of course we do.
Yeah.
Thankfully, those aren't stuck to something, whereas this was about to be stuck down without me inking my edges.
I wonder if I will do one more with the ink, because I have like, what's your name? A dragon. So I was tempted to do, because I believe in my album here, it will be like a fight, and it will be the dragon and gold like that. So I will do it on the black page also with the ink,
That'll be so striking.
because that will be matching here with very simple background, I believe, and the dragon. So I will do more with the alco inks, and I need the pearly ones to make the colors show.
The pearly ones are lovely.
Yeah, and to show in black, you need to have the pearly ones. So let's see what we have.
Okay, let's ink this edge while I remember.
Yeah, we have some. And in gold, and also mind. Yeah, it's a tiny dragoon, so I believe it will be like explosion or something here in the album some page. So I thinking I can do that, because I don't really know what to choose for color on the horse yet. So it gives me some time to decide, because I haven't think too much about the project in head. Only okay. Sky Blue Hippie asked how many pages, and you said, Belinda, 4 pages?
I'm probably going to have 4 pages, but you've got lots of pages there.
Yeah, but it depends how bulky I will do them. I have like 4, 5 pages, I believe, but it depends how bulky I will do them, and I haven't decided that yet. I depends about what's happening in the story. And like,
so what items have you got for your story? What is your story?
No, it's a bee in the forest, because I have made a lot of cutouts from the paper. At something about time hunting, so it's against the time, I believe, because I have the clock on the papers also. So I don't know really right now what it will be. We see, because I only have and I have the butterflies, and I have like a sun, and I also have a moon. So I believe it will be night and day, something like that.
All sounds very mysterious.
Yeah. So it depends how many pages it will be. I do some pages and see, but here it will be like a fight on some way. I believe I need purple on that one.
Olga will agree with you. She loves purple.
Yeah, I know. I don't like purple, but here I need something purple. Do I have some purple? I have something. Yes.
Trying to make my pages straight. That's what I love about these craft mats. You can use them to line things up.
Yeah. Annelise asked if Olga live today. Yes, but I don't know the time.
If you go in the description box, all the times are there underneath this video. So
9 p.m. she asks. She says 9 p.m. she's going live.
Okay.
I wasn't happy with that one, but I'm lucky I prepared one other one. I would do one more here.
This is going on my cover. Then I have the fairy. Then I'm wondering if I should have. Oh, I can't turn it upside down. But I can cut that off there, and I can have the bird at the bottom. I think if I cut out, if I cut along the bottom here, oh dear, then that means I'm going to land up cutting through the words magic winter on that side. Oh dear, that's not going to work. How high up is it? Halfway through that. I'll have to.
How big will your album be, Belinda?
It's little. It's only 4 by 5 inches.
Okay.
So, because it's got to fit inside something. And that's why it's got this really strange spine, because it has to fit in a very specific shape. So I'm trying to create layers of interest. And so I will have I think if I put this one there, there's enough space.
Okay, I will leave that for drying. That was a better page.
Okay, so I'm going to fussy cut along these leaves so that my pages have different shapes. I like that idea. And thankfully there's nothing on the other side to interfere with the top.
Okay, now struggling here what color I should do the horse in here. Always when you need to decide. Pick that.
Somebody's
outside.
saying I should fussy cut the word winter. Oh my soul, they don't know me. I hate fussy cutting. I take the easiest route whenever I fussy cut something. I look for the simplest shape. So for the front cover, I did save this Once Upon a Time. So I did fussy cut that, and I will be putting that back on the cover. How long do we have? We have half an hour.
Okay, then I try to finish my front page of my album. So we try to do that. I was hoping to do 2 pages, but I realize I will focus now to finish this one. where did I had a frame here and some. I have also done some fussy cutting here, and I don't know if it will be in gold, the frame, or in be white. And here it will be, and I need this to be dry up, so I must heat a little bit. Yeah, a gray and fox. I was thinking about gold or in bronze color, so I believe I will go in that color, something.
Okay, Michelle says she wasn't expecting me to cut round on the individual letters. No, I wasn't planning on doing that, but I thought you meant to cut at least round. No. So I seem to have a lot of mess on my desk. Let me try and clear up. Not that you guys can see the mess, but it's frustrating me. Okay, so I have this that should fit inside here now with a little bit sticking out because I've got a little bit of leeway in the space for where this is going.
I believe the Stamperia paper, they are so beautiful. They are like, you don't need to do so much with them.
I know, you really don't. They are quite stunning just as they are.
Yeah, yes.
It makes them hard to use though, because you don't want to cut them ever. So I've had to get over that problem.
Yeah.
And learn to cut stuff.
You should do that. Okay, I need to glue the frame so I know where I will add the things, fall in place.
Olga's offering to cut for coffee and good company. She's so good at and so patient with fussy cutting. Okay, let's see if that fits. But I need it to come down a bit.
Like that. And I believe we only do some inking on the window. Or no, we should highlight it with gold. And the horse be more brownish on some way. Okay.
I'm cutting on the
This
one
time
side.
always runs so fast when you're doing live streams.
The minute you hit that live button, I'm convinced that time actually moves faster.
Yes. I believe so.
There we go. I've got that half right.
So everybody who is here, please give a thumbs up to Belinda's channel.
Oh, thanks, Katja. I always forget to say that.
Yeah, do that because I see we can give more thumbs up. Even me, I will give a thumbs up here. Okay. Like that.
Thank you.
So I'm doing a little bit gold on the window. Perhaps I will do something else on it too. We see. And I forgot, Belinda, who is next after us?
Let me just have a quick look. I actually didn't even take note when I was setting it up. I was so busy cutting and pasting. Who is next? Let me just zoom in on my screen. It is, because last week I got it so wrong. So let me just actually double check, because we didn't. Oh, it's NUNEKA and ADI.
Okay.
So it's you and me now at 16:30, and then at 1800 CET, it's NUNEKA and ADI. Yay!
Yeah, so you must go there after this stream.
Can you put the link in, Olga? I know we still got 25 minutes, but just so people can be organized.
Okay.
Or are you not a mod? I can't see because I'm on.
Yeah, she's a
I'm
mod.
She is, because I'm on the StreamYard screen. I'm not looking at the YouTube screen.
Yeah, she's a mod.
I assume with StreamYard, all your mods stay the same. Okay. Oh, and I forgot to ink that page again. Well done, Belinda Ann.
Okay.
At least I'm consistent in forgetting. Thanks, Olga. She's looking for the link.
Yeah, and she said on the StreamYard screen, you also can see me as a mod with blue dot.
Blue dot?
Yeah,
No,
she says.
there's no blue dot on my screen. Okay, so we have all 5 pages now getting ink.
Me, I'm adding some wooden pieces because I want the window to stand out a bit. So I have this wooden pieces that are a little bit white and glittery. It's from a winter project that I find some leftovers, but they work perfectly to have like in a background. And to make the window to stand out a bit.
I'm going to see if I can reach my punches without disconnecting myself. Oh dear, I've got something else in front of it. Ah, how frustrating. Okay, let's see what other punches I can reach. Nothing like changing your plan according to what's in front of you. Ah, no, those are reindeer. I don't think Christmas. Nope. I'm just going to unplug my ears for a minute. I'll be back.
Yeah. And me, I'm gluing here some nature to give my album a little bit more like a 3D effect here. I also want to add some moss. Yeah, that's good.
The problem with doing the StreamYard thing, you need to have your hear. You know, I have headphones in, and it kind of tethers you to your phone.
Yeah.
Olga got herself some cordless ones, but if you fiddle with them, they disconnect. So, okay, I want to have.
But I wonder, because I have the cordless, but it sounds the same, or the same as good as the other one, because I heard that
good. Yes,
it does. Okay, I must try them next time, because now I have them who is let me sitting here near the phone.
Okay, now I need to center this because I want to have a punched border.
Something like this, and it needs some moss. So I can get it here. Now it's my time to see if I can get the moss with my earphones.
The struggle is real.
Yes. Or perhaps I don't have the mouse. Look, I found it. And it didn't work. Oh, I have some mouse here. I believe we need to have in this nature project. Okay. Okay, she have the wireless, Olga. It works perfectly the same with the wireless. So next time I will try the wireless. Because someone told me before that the wireless doesn't work as good than with the wire. But we can try out.
Okay, yay, I have a front cover.
So the mouse wasn't, that's why I didn't have pick some many different items on my table, but not the mouse, because that was not on my idea.
Thought process.
No. Thank you, Olga. It's good to know. I will test the wireless next time. So I'm making my own experience.
Oh, the Once Upon a Time fits so nicely on the spine. That'll work.
Annelise, she asked, how did you will bind your album together, Belinda?
So I've been making, when I cut my paper out of the paper pad, I left an edge on each of these little, what are they? I think they're normally 5 by 3 inches. They're the cutouts from the paper pad. So I left, there's normally a little gap in between each little 5 by 3 card, and I left that on. So I have used that and scored it to create the edges. And so that is my album. It's got a really strange spine because it's got to fit into something. So I've just glued it. So yes, I just made a flap, and I've given a little bit of extra what's called gusset space there. I gave a bit little to start with, but it's not the end of the world. I might add some pockets and things here at a later stage because all photographs and I know I've glued this and my punch doesn't like going through all of that, so I might just I'll trim it down. I can actually trim that down because it doesn't have to be this deep. It just had to fit very specifically in this width and an inch high, half an inch high, and then it had to have that angled spine. So I will just trim this down to fit so that it looks the same.
I say
all the way
to
around.
Monica here that we are using headphones with wire this time, both of us this time.
Yes, they've nearly got snipped with my scissors twice.
Yeah. Oh.
Because it hangs in my way.
Oh no. Yes, it's the way. It's in the way.
So that works, and that works, and that works.
And we have not so much time left, and I try to complete my front page, but I believe I'm adding some cutout from AB Studios paper here, and then I know what color I will paint the horse in, I believe.
So I can either put the Once Upon a Time, which needs some brown ink, on the front cover, and then see what else they have that I could use on the spine, because that, if I add the brown ink, stands out really nicely. And then there was a page, so I've cut the fairy wings, I've cut the flower, and I'm thinking I will cut, if I cut her dress out, that would also be nice. Okay, she's getting a trim. Just because I've decided that it's more interesting to have cut-out pages.
Okay. I will add... Oh, what's happened?
Sorry, that's my phone ringing. It's my neighbor upstairs for dinner.
Oh.
I put my phone on silent. I didn't think it would ring. Did you hear the waka waka?
No, I didn't hear anything. I don't know if
Oh,
the
dear.
other one. I didn't hear nothing here.
Oh. He keeps trying to phone me. I'll phone him back in 15 minutes. I wonder if I can message him from here. Andrew? Where's my husband now? Can he phone Christian? Christian's trying to phone me.
Okay, I believe my page has started to come around. It's only the horse that needs to have some, and I need even more 3D gel here. So, and perhaps I can have like a small title down here or here, I don't know. It will have a title, my story, later on when I'm finished. But something like that. So I will paint my horse now in some brown color, I believe, so I can have some wax on the top or something. I see something. Oops.
Okay, that was the 4th time he tried to phone me, so I had to answer.
Okay, brown horse, golden wings I will do.
I haven't used any of my stencils. I haven't used, let's see what's left on these things. Beautiful moments. Once upon a time. I'm dreaming of, no.
Thank you, Monica. It started to come around my first page. I will do some final touches with some beads or something here near the moss, but I believe it needs a little bit extra drying time.
I need some sandpaper now for these edges. Here we go.
Yes, we'll see. And Lisa, if somebody invites me, I can go back and finish my album in some other live if somebody else want to have me in the project, because I believe this album will not be finished today because it was a really big project. But anyway, I have started my first page, and that's I'm happy for.
Maybe one of our streams should be unfinished project.
Yeah.
And we can all finish stuff.
Where we meet each other on the end, and here we have the stream that for you who haven't finished your projects.
No, I mean, I'm sure we've all got unfinished projects hanging around that we should actually just do a live stream of unfinished projects.
Yeah. How do you take because some of the projects, for me, example, they can be lying for sometimes some week they can be there. Especially if you don't work, if you do some projects only for yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. They can be lying because
they don't have priority.
No, they don't have the priority, so they'll only be staying. Okay, I have this.
Okay, I'm going to stencil and then I'm finished.
Lucky you. Lucky you.
Well, I decided to go small today. It definitely helps. Okay, I'm going to stencil. Oh, I need something underneath here because I don't have my craft sheet on my desk. I'm so used to working with my craft sheet that I forget.
Yes, if you're used to do something, something, it's feels very unusual when you don't have it.
It's like when I used to teach art in South Africa, I always wore an apron in class, and I had the bad habit of cleaning my hands on my apron. And then every now and again, I'd forget to put my apron on, and I would go to clean my hands on my apron and feel my jeans and realize, oops, I'm feeling the wrong fabric. Yeah. Then it's too late. I love using the waxes through stencils.
Yeah, that's give a gorgeous effect. And here my horse, it will have golden wings. Yeah.
Oh dear, I see because I answered my phone that my live stream has gone sideways. Oh well.
Yeah, I see that now. Crafting clothes, yes. I also have like crafting clothes because you have gesso and paints.
Oh yes.
Yes. So I have.
And if you do molding with the polyurethane, that is guaranteed to get on your favorite outfit.
Yeah. So I don't have my best dresses when I do crafting. So, where do I have my waxes? I also need some wax here. Yes. Oh, my favorite color, vintage gold.
What am I using? I'm using metallic pink.
That will be okay. It needs like some metallic embellishment, a star or something. Always my project need metallic embellishment. What should I be without it?
Well, especially doing fantasy. Somehow fantasy needs metallic.
I don't know.
We have got 6 minutes left.
Yeah. Yes, like that. Need to see if I have something in the other jar. I have these jars on my tables with leftovers. I always try to look for them for items before I open a new packaging.
Otherwise, you land up with so many half-used things.
Yeah, but I should organize them, put them in a box or something. But
I've got those little plastic containers with the dividers.
you do, yeah.
I find that works well for me.
Yeah, and I have not organized. I have one when I go to like craft events like that, and I have some, and they are organized. Okay, one little star there. That would be okay.
Oh, I think I've got too much. I was too generous with this one stencil piece. Oh, well, it'll dry eventually. I'm going to just put a piece of roller towel on the back. Because now,
Yes, and please remind us or everyone to give a thumbs up. So please,
thank you.
yeah, please leave a thumb up to Belinda's channel. We need to have some micro beads here. The flowers. Okay, I'm lucky that I'm almost done with this front page of my album. That's pretty okay. But I need.
At least you finished that.
Yeah. It needs a
start.
title, but I don't know the title yet because I don't know how it will end up. And the first page will be the bulky one, and the other ones I would try to do more flat because it's an album. But this front page, because I really enjoy doing the bulky and dimensional projects, it's more hard for me to do the flat ones. So this was the more easy one for me.
I know when I scrapbook, I like to do flat pages simply because I don't like my albums too fat. That's why I like doing mixed media on canvas, because then you can make it as bulky as you like.
Yeah. And I do bulky ones.
There. Finished.
But not so much. Okay, 2 minutes left. Do we only have 2 minutes left? Yes, we have
2 minutes.
Ooh. I need to glue like that.
Okay, so I've gone sideways. I wonder if I can rotate my phone and make myself go the right way around again.
So I can ink my edges, but I believe my front page to the album only needs some ink on the edges, like a little bit like this. Need to add like a little bit vintage and to frame it a little bit like that. But I believe my first page to my album. No, but I have made the first page. It needs a title, but I don't know the title yet. I need many days to finish this one. So my first page is like finish with the horse and the key.
That's gorgeous. Your colors are so nice.
So, and it will be like a theme that be in the forest. It will be like I don't know, night and day hunting for the key on some way. So I think it will be really fun, and your Belinda look just lovely. Oh, I love that one.
Yeah, so I've cut most of the pages so that they have different edges.
Yeah.
So the fairy's wings and the top and the bottom of this page. And
that
then
looks amazing that you have
this
done that.
lady. In fact, I'm going to give her wings, I think. I'll find wings and then, yeah.
That's a just amazing idea that you have do some cutting on the edges.
It just makes it more interesting. And then I must
Yeah.
just find something to go on this inside page over there. But otherwise, I'm done.
Yeah. And I
Okay.
have a really messy table, but I had a really great time with you, Belinda. Thank you.
Oh, good. That was fun. It's a pleasure.
Yeah.
I'm glad you decided to join me. That was awesome.
Thank you. And thank you, all the ladies who have been joining our stream.
Yes. And now, Olga, can you put the link in, please? For the next people, they must move on.
Really enjoyed, and I finished my front page, so
Yay!
I will watch the other streams and finish my project at the same time. So
I'm going to see if I can pick up the link.
Now the link is there by Olga.
Oh, good. Olga's put it in. Perfect. Thank you.
That's nice. Thank you, ladies.
Thanks, Olga.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank
Head on
you
to the
so
next
much.
stream.
Bye-bye.
Bye.